Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, good people of the world, whether you're in Africa, Europe, Asia, South America, welcome again to the LFC Reds Forever channel, aka Fuzzy, and you're with myself, Nilante, and with my good broski and another man, another co-host as usual, JK. JK, how you doing today?
I'm all good, bro. How you doing?
Yeah, all good, man. Tired, man. I think we've both been putting the work in the last couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
And streams, big up obviously to Liverpool 12th man and Irishman as well. JK will put the links in at the end of the show. But hope everyone's well. And yeah, it's another round of Premier League fixtures that has been
Mm-hmm.
kicked off. JK, you've been watching closely the latest at Goodison Park. What have you made of it?
Bro, got is there another Desmond there?
Oh,
Ever since the Desmond name came out, bro, there's been Desmonds everywhere, bro. Um, like let's see. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's like injury time now. 4 minutes left. 2-2. United and Everton both had chances to score to win it. United away from home seem to be better than Old Trafford. But I think let's see if Everton can get a winner. If I have to choose the one out of the two, I'm going to pick Everton. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah. Even though they don't want us to win the league.
No, indeed, indeed. Obviously, I can't stand old toilet. So as much as ever in our rivals, I want them to get a winner because they really should have wrapped this game up. But and again, JK, keep us up to date with the last minute shenanigans. But
hmm
yeah, we've got some interesting games today. Obviously, all eyes for us as Liverpool fans will be on the game in half an hour. Arsenal West Ham team news has come in, and yeah, think we'll be watching that with half an eye open, just for a little bit of hope. I mean, anyone in the chat, you can let me think. I mean, JK. I mean, me personally, I'll see Arsenal beat West Ham, but you never know. But I just see Arsenal beating West Ham if I'm honest.
Yeah. Just looking at the team quickly, Arsenal's like defense and goalie like normal, pretty solid. Midfield, Partey, Odegaard, Declan Rice, and up top. That's where they've got problems. Is Trossard, Moreno starting because he got two in the last game, and Navarani, the young lad. But their subs bench ain't all that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all like defenders: Kieran Tierney, Ben White, Zinchenko. Sterling's the only guy we could probably offer anything.
Mhm.
But other than that, Arsenal sort of down to the bare bones, ain't they? A lot of man's missing from that. West Ham on the other side of it, Areola in goal, Cresswell, Taribo, Kilman in defence, and then gone three at the back. Midfield,
Mhm.
Prowse, Alvarez, Wan-Bissaka.
Mhm.
So he's like a wing back, isn't he? Ollie
Yeah.
Skulls, never really heard of him. So they're giving a youth player a chance. And up
Oh, the
top, they've
youngster.
got,
Okay.
yeah, Skulls, his name is.
Yeah.
And then up top, they've got Kudos, Bowen, and Suchek. So at least they got Bowen and Kudos.
Yeah.
On the bench, even Ferguson from Brighton. He ain't really had
Okay.
no game time.
Mm.
And Danny Ings. So West Ham sort of okay team wise. They've got players on there who could do damage. For me, Kudos and say Bowen are the main two guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, let's hope West Ham do something. I mean, I think I understand why Ferguson's on the bench. He's been injured for a long time, so understandable. Potter doesn't want to rush him back in. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, let's see. I mean, what do you think, Jake? I mean, I think Arsenal are going to take this comfortably. If I'm honest, despite the injuries. What do you think about today's game, Arsenal West Ham?
Uh, for me, I think Arsenal are going to win it, but you never know, bro. Just for me, look, Saka missing, Martinelli, Jesus, um, Havertz. like for me, not great players, all of them, bar Saka for me. But Saka is the difference in that team. When he's playing, they just seem to play better, win, score more goals. So, but I'm going for an Arsenal win, but you never know. That's why I'm looking at that game.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. That's true. An Arsenal win, yeah, probably so. What's still the latest Goodison Park? Is still 2-2, is it, JK?
It's still Desmond's little penalty shot for Everton in the last few seconds. Delict. Oh, he's gone to the screen to have a look as well. Okay.
Oh,
Interesting, bro. Interesting.
please, yeah, keep us up to. All right, JK, we'll stay on
Okay.
this.
Okay. Just the gay gets the ball, shoots. Yeah. Look, for me, Decore is offside in that sort of situation. Does he interfere with play? And what happens? Another guy, I don't know who it is in the middle. He's sort of got foul going for the ball. Wait a second, I'll have a quick look again. He goes for the ball. Let's have a look. Hey, yeah. Ooh, Maguire with his big foot. I think it's just the gay in the middle of the. Oh, no, it's Ashley Young actually. Ashley Young's trying to get between De Ligt and Harry Maguire, and they've sort of sandwiched him. Could be given. Could be given. I'm saying, look. Harry Maguire comes across, trips him over for me. So that for me is a penalty. Just waiting on this now. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's for me. Even if you don't know, he's like for me, it's his actions. That's a penalty.
Oh,
No penalty. He's not giving it. He's not giving it,
oh
bro.
dear.
He's
Oh,
not giving it. For me, that's a
oh,
penalty. That is a joke.
oh
That was a
dear.
penalty. Oh, he's not giving it, man. Let have a quick better look here. Oh, I don't know, man. Look, Harry Maguire's sort of. For me, that's a penalty because what happens if his foot was stationary and he fell over? It's the Everton player's fault. But what happens? His foot comes across and then he falls over. So for me, that's a penalty there.
Oh dear. Well, looks like he's going to be a there's that word that's been used too long. I'm getting tired of it. So, uh, I'm getting fed up with that word now. Yeah. Well, I mean, Everton will be kicking themselves. Obviously, should have, from what I have read or kept up, should have sealed the game. But
2-0,
unfortunately, it's given
yeah.
lives of confidence. But a draw is a draw. So, but
Okay, I just want to go like quickly through the other teams quickly. Like you got Bournemouth Wolves today as well.
yeah.
Bournemouth, yeah, pretty. You got that Hudson guy, the Spanish player. We might be sort of interested.
Oh
And Pearson
yes,
playing.
yes.
And Justin Kluivert for me, he's really stepped up this season. So he's
Yeah.
playing well. Wolves, yeah, Cunha up top. Marshall Mantusi, a guy I've not really heard of, and Balgard are playing up top. So that's them teams. Fulham Palace, if you want to know about that. Anton Robinson's in there, Traore starting, Awobi, Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe's been playing all right, you know. And Jimenez up front.
Yeah.
Good to see that. For me, Crystal Palace, Mateta, bro. He's a bit of a goal scorer.
Yeah, yeah, he's
I'm telling you.
fair play, man. Since last season, Glasner, I'll give him credit because he's done work on him wherever it's happened. He's on form now. He's been linked with Atletico Madrid of all teams. So yeah,
What? Really?
yeah, he's been linked with Atletico Madrid, Mateta. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Wow. Fair play to him. And if he gets it, he's done well
yeah.
anyway.
Because you know what I mean.
Done well. Yeah. He's done well. So Palace. Oh, okay. Eze is back. Sa. When you look at their front three, bro, Sa, Eze, and Mateta, it could be worse. That front three is all right. It's all right, that front three. So they're away. So that Fulham game. Fulham, not bad as well, you know.
Yeah,
And then we've got the Ipswich Spurs game.
yeah,
Ipswich. Calvin Phillips getting game time.
yeah.
Hutchinson's playing. Delap up
He's
top. And
yeah.
then Brian's favourite player, Philoyeen, he's starting as well. Yeah, what are you going to say, man, Nalante?
No, I was just saying. No, you're right. Calvin Phillips, man, he's had the fall from grace. I mean, He was Leeds. He's linked with us. I remember when he's killing out of Leeds. Went to City. You think Pep Guardiola?
Mm-hmm.
He'll be a good player. He'll enhance his game, but it just didn't happen. Just did not happen. And he didn't play that much, but when he played, he just didn't get much chances. Pep, for whatever reason, I don't know. And since then, he had a loan with West Ham, terrible in his gone tips, which and yeah, it just hasn't worked out for Calvin. But interesting game today against Spurs. I mean, Spurs have got some of the players back.
Yeah, who did you? Yeah.
Yeah, Fakario, Madison, yeah. So they've got a doggy. So yeah, they needed. I mean, Ipswich can potentially get a draw. I was thinking draw at first, but I think Spurs will nick it. I do think Spurs will nick this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Okay, so
changed my
they've
mind.
dropped. So they've sort of dropped their Basuma Sarr sort of combination. They brought Brendan Johnson in. Bergval's getting a lot of game time. Matthias Tal's looking sort of lively. For me, Ipswich though, I just got a funny feeling Ipswich is going to win that. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And then you got the Southampton game against Brighton. After this, we'll talk about the Liverpool match tomorrow. Latest injury news or stuff like that. Southampton, yeah, Tyler Dibbling playing.
Tyler, yeah. I think we should go get him.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should get Tyler, I like him. I think he can improve. He can improve. And Underslot will improve to a quality player. I think we should go and get him.
Yeah, he's looking good.
Yeah.
And then Brighton up top, João Pedro. Looks like Danny Welbeck must be injured.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not in the team. I like Rutter. I reckon he's a bit of a player. Matoma on and off. Good one game, not good the next. Belieber's looking okay as well. Yeah, so that's all the games then. Then later on, we've got the Villa Chelsea game tonight.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow it's
Newcastle Forest. Good game that is.
Yep. That's gonna be a big game, bro.
Big game. And then yeah.
Forest have got Arsenal on Wednesday as well, yeah.
They do. Come on, Forest.
So Forest got a few difficult games.
Yeah, they have, yeah.
But if they play the way they did against us at Anfield, bro, they should be all right.
Yeah, been playing the majority of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, got someone else to the stage. Lee, how you doing, buddy?
Okay, chaps. All good.
Bless,
all good.
Bless Lee.
Hey,
what do you reckon of the Everton Man United game, Lee? You heard of
it? I'm not surprised. I thought Everton would win. What did the score end up?
2-2, bro.
Oh, was it 2-2? No way.
Yeah,
I thought they were well on the way to 3 points. I thought it would probably end 3 or 4. It was 2-0 when I last seen it because I was watching a stream and to be honest, I couldn't be asked commenting. I was more reading the anguished comments of United fans for my own amusement. I couldn't be bothered typing anything. I just wanted to read what they were saying. But okay, they come back and got a 2-2 draw. It's interesting. Didn't think that would happen.
Yeah, you know Everton. They got a soft spot for Manchester teams.
Yeah,
you know that against us. Yeah, they got Desmond again. But Everton look better since Moyes' come back in.
Yeah.
If the Premier League started the day he walked back in, they would have been third by now. That's what they're saying. So form-wise, they're up there, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Bless up Trudon. Bless up Alexander. Big up watching Everton and United is comedy special. 100%.
Yeah. Bless up Alex and Jude.
They're not great teams when you really think about it. For me, we should have beat both of them teams. But yeah, that's the way football is.
Yeah.
But again, that was. Did you watch it? Yeah, I watched it. Popeye. Bit of a mad game, 2-2. You think 2-0 up? Sort of. I don't know. they let them back in the game, you know. But United away from home are a better team than they are at Old Trafford.
Yeah, they're little bit more dangerous away, aren't they, currently, than what they are at home? I mean, they're a pushover at home, but away, they're a little bit more of a proposition, aren't they? I didn't
Maybe
see them
because
coming back. I mean, I went upstairs to my dad's, like, for, I don't know, a minute or something, like, just to see him for a minute, and he was like, yeah, we're battering them here, it's 2-0. And I was already listening to it anyway. I was watching a stream sort of thing and listening to it. But I didn't see them coming back, because at that point, like, I thought it was just going to go on, and I thought Everton had the results. But yeah, you never know. United have still got enough players to hurt you. He managed to hurt us, didn't he?
they beat Man City away. So for me, it's probably the Old Trafford crowd doing the players' head in, moaning 24/7s. Gets on top of the players, bro. Away from home, they ain't got that pressure.
There's been
going into this afternoon's games, Lee. What do you reckon of the Arsenal West Ham game?
Probably an Arsenal win by the end of the game, but I'm hoping West Ham could maybe get a draw. Maybe a 2-2 draw if West Ham's attacking players can do the business. It's West Ham's defence. I never fancy them to keep a clean sheet. Hardly ever, West Ham. And I know Arsenal are losing a lot of are without a lot of have lost, and they're without a lot of their strikers or forward players, but I still think they'll have enough to beat West Ham, just about, like, and keep everything tight at the top.
Yeah. If it's a draw, happy days. Anything else? But I just feel West Ham ain't great. You know?
I mean, he's had a little bit of time now, hasn't he? What's his name? Potter. Potter's had a little bit of time to sort of adjust and what have you, but he hasn't got that many great options in defence. I don't think much of Mavropanos, who used to be at Arsenal.
Oh, he's awful.
Yeah, isn't he? Yeah, no, he's not a good centre off him, is he?
He is. Honestly, right. Leicester said about him that but it's bad recruitment, unfortunately. I thought it's weird because I thought West Ham before the summer, I thought they made some good signings, but a lot of the signings have been disappointments, really.
Yeah, they've got some decent players. It's just the back line. I mean, and they have spent money in the back line, and in the last 5 seasons. I forget some of the players that they bought, but some of them, have been a pretty penny for centre halves, or a reasonable fee for centre halves, like Aguerd, and there's been a few that I've forgotten their names, but I could see some of them in my mind's eye, playing. And it's not like they haven't bought centre halves, but they've never looked really strong defensively in recent seasons. Maybe they were a little bit better under Moyes, but once Moyes left, they went down the pan a bit defensively, didn't they?
Yeah, and bless up my bro here. He's a Newcastle fan. He said that Newcastle are going to win the League Cup against us. We've got 2 games against Newcastle. Should be okay for us.
I've got a soft spot for Newcastle to the extent that, I wouldn't begrudge them beating us, of course. It'd break my heart if we lose the final. I won't like it, but there's worse teams you could lose to than Newcastle, if you know what I mean. The slight soft spot for Newcastle, a massive one, but I'd like to see their fans with a trophy one day, just not this League Cup.
Now, for me, bro, I've realised in modern day football, the way back in the day, there was a sort of mutual respect between Newcastle and, say, Liverpool. There was the fans were on the same sort of page and that. But over the time when we had that top 4 sort of battle with them, their true colours sort of came out, and they're a bit getting a bit cheeky. So for me, I don't wish no other team nothing, bro. In the old days, it was if Liverpool don't win the Champions League or European Cup, as long as another British team wins it, it was that sort of mentality. Them days are gone. So for me, I want all these teams to bloody lose.
To be honest, what it was for me, it was when Newcastle were good, when they had all them players, Spreer, Fernandes, blah, 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 all the different players, like last week. They were a good watch, and they were prospectively depriving Man United of the title, and that's why I liked them at the time. The same with Wenger's Arsenal. It was anyone but United in them days for me. Like, someone in the league instead of United, I was all for it because we weren't going to win it. But yeah, I don't know. They've had to wait a long time, haven't the Newcastle fans, and that I do feel a little bit of sadness for, because I know myself when we've been on trophy droughts, how bad it is, like how bad the feeling is to go without winning anything for ages. It's not a nice one.
I agree with you, Copboy Callum. Look, come on, Rooney and Moyes both left Everton to go to Man United. Moyes at the time was doing well at Everton. He ended up getting the big job after Ferguson left, and then Rooney, the prize, like the best Everton player ever, stats wise, goals wise, this, that, and the other, and he ends up going to United as well. So for me, this hate against Liverpool is sort of big when you see Everton doing that. Quite a lot of business between the clubs over the years and stuff like that, bro. Liverpool are on their own. They've got no friends in the Premier League. United have.
Nobody likes us, bro.
Everyone's supporting City tomorrow. Like, everyone's supporting City tomorrow. When Liverpool play Man City tomorrow, everyone's supporting City. There's not going to be one team, not even Man United want Liverpool to win tomorrow. They want City.
Oh, of course.
I think so. I'm not sure, I wouldn't say everyone.
I think so, bro. Like, they hate us more than they hate them, I believe.
With the United fans, it's the 20 thing, isn't it? They've been desperate for us to not match them for the 20, and we've been close. Now, like we were the Rodri handball season, like they were pleased then. You could see it in comment sections and in streams. I'm sure they'd be pleased if we were to fluff it and hand it to Arsenal this season. But hopefully that won't happen. Like, it's about time we reached that 20th title. It took too bloody long.
Bless up, Hashem Farsi. Big up in the JK Lee. How's your cool, bro?
Afternoon, mate.
Abdul, bless up as well, bro. Arsenal versus West Ham, 3 o'clock. Manchester United again, 2-2. These English refs are shocking. For me, that was a penalty last minute. Let us know what you reckon if anyone watched the game. If you think that was a penalty by Maguire, the big donkey.
Yeah, well.
Bro, it was a donkey move, man. Come on. Come on. It was a donkey move. Was that a pen for Everton? If you've seen it, where did Lick pull the Everton shirt? For me, bro, what it was Maguire. His foot was, he weren't just standing there. What he did, he just brought his foot across at the same time. The Everton player was it?
Was the foul on Decore?
It was it Decore or Ashley Young? One of them, bro. I think
Ashley Young.
It was Ashley Young.
I heard one where there was one on Decore because it was Goldbridge's stream. I was looking at that, and he said Decore could have had a pen if he'd have made a bit more of a certain tackle. But he didn't actually say who put the tackle in, so yeah, it must have been a different incident.
Exactly, and Alexander. That's what happens to football fans nowadays. They win a few games, they start getting a bit cocky. You got to understand, Liverpool fans are humble guys. We'll be on top of the league all season, but you wouldn't really know it when you look at the shows and stuff like that. We sort of keep our feet on the ground. Other clubs, they're doing trophy parades if they beat us. That's the difference between elite and just like also runs. Everyone is United's friends. We against the world. Exactly, bro. Liverpool's have rivals, not friends. Exactly. And Ashley Young, the next Tom Daly. God, that guy's only 40, bro, and he's still playing.
I know, he's done well, hasn't he, Ashley Young? I wanted him when he left Villa, but he turned his down for United. When he was at his like best at Villa before he moved to United. And he did well for United when he first got there. He is a player I did want, and I will admit that. Like, I don't mind fessing that up. I wanted Ashley Young, like.
Yeah. Kept that quiet.
Yeah, it was a long time ago now, but he was when he was.
That's one guy I never wanted at Liverpool.
We were never going to get him, mate. You know what I mean? He was always going to say no and turn us down for United at that time because it was the time it was. But that time's gone now. Now he's playing for Everton. Poor man.
Question for you guys, Nalante, bro. You want to take that? Do you believe West Ham get anything at Arsenal today?
No, they won't. They won't. They obviously there's a possibility that now Arsenal should win this. To be honest, West Ham ain't great. But what I will say is, Liverpool go get my Ghanaian brother Kudus, bring him to the club. He'll do bits for us. That's what I say. But no, not for today.
Not for today. Lee, what do you reckon today? Do you reckon West Ham will get anything?
No, unfortunately, I think they'll come up empty-handed by the end of the game. I think they will make a game of it. Arsenal being what they are at the moment with the injuries, I think it will be easy as it wasn't against whoever it was they beat late on last time. Who was it?
Leicester.
Leicester.
I watched that game. I watched that game, bro, and I'll tell you the truth. Against a better team that day, and Everton at home, Everton at home, they would have lost that game. They weren't great against Leicester, tell you the truth.
Yeah, it's just Leicester didn't have enough.
Yeah, that's the thing with Leicester, bro. They got battered last night again, 4-0.
Just toothless.
2 home games on the trot. 6 goals conceded, no goals scored. They're
That's
still playing
embarrassing,
Vardy.
yeah.
They got Daka, you know what I mean? But they're still playing
Daka's
Vardy
rubbish. I remember when Liverpool fans were linked with him, and I think he was at RB Leipzig. No, not RB Leipzig, the Red Bull. And certain fans were wanting to buy him. I was like, no, he's rubbish. It's not good enough. And I proved right. He's been, he's just Liverpool material. Never was. But there you go.
He's not even a starter for Leicester City, bro.
That was a big link, wasn't he, at one point? Daka, Patson Daka, at one point.
Yeah, he's linked with Usley. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
And he was playing one of the Red Bull teams, wasn't he, as well? Which, like, it would have sort of made sense because we've dealt with the Red Bull teams a few times, either Leipzig or Salzburg for players.
Yeah.
But, it just didn't happen, and I think it's worked out well. Like, he didn't seem to do it, did he, Patson Daka?
Let's give us a moment. I'm trying to get Brian on. Yeah, carry on, Nalante, yeah?
Yeah. So let's just say from Abdul, we've got Downing from Villa, and Man United got Ashley Young. Yeah, that's correct. I mean, super Eva.
It was a trying time to be a Liverpool fan, that wasn't it? Like, we couldn't have any of our anyone we were linked with who looked half decent. You knew we weren't going to get. Remember William turning us down around that time for Chelsea. I was disconsolate when he done that because I liked William. Whether he'd have been any good at Anfield, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, Mo turned us down, didn't he, for Chelsea? There's another one people forget. There's a load of
he did. Correctly, yeah. He did.
He actually played in that game where Gerrard slipped, Salah.
He did,
yeah. He played,
Mad one, bro. I was so shocked about that one. I was like, yo.
The team was so rubbish that day. It was a patch.
Yeah, it's a patch. They didn't think anything, but it's down to us. It's our fault, really.
It is. It's friggin' Rodgers going to win the game. He should have just went for a 0-0 draw, which was enough.
Yeah.
We
experienced coach.
The thing that happened at Palace is we scored 3 and then we tried to score like another 5 because we needed 8 or something, or like 9 to help the goal difference, and then we ended up conceding 3. That never would have happened if we'd have just drew the Chelsea game 0-0 at home, which would have been not too hard against that lineup and the way he played that day, like, surely. But I mean, you've got to give it to Rodgers that he tried and went out and won the game, but you got to look back and say, maybe a bad decision to try and so overtly win the game, just stay in it like at 0-0, and if you win, great. If you don't, nothing's lost. Like,
what are you saying, Brian? Oh, he was there. Now he's gone. You took him for him to go,
Is that enough? It's all your fault, Lee.
I'm not even getting a good afternoon here.
Exactly. He's like, I want to save my peace. You're not giving me. I'm gone. But Brian, I'm sure he'll come back in a minute, JK, and we'll stop. But so I think Arsenal will lose today, Alex. Yeah, of course. We all hope that. We all wish. We hope. We can only find that at 4:45 UK time. If that's the case.
Did you see how long they took today for the offside decision for Beto's first goal? Took them 3 minutes, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing, wasn't it?
That's bad. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you can
they're
clearly
trying to
see.
say your eyesight is not good enough. Like, bro, come on, man. You know, like you can just see straight away, and with a lot of decisions, it's there. They're right in front of you. They go over the top with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, VAR, bro. You're getting like 10 minutes injury time and stuff like that. Yeah, the VAR, that's another day's sort of topic. You know what I mean, bro? I never
Yeah.
liked it. I don't want it. I don't think anyone really likes it. Goal line technology is the one for me. That's what you need. Yeah,
Indeed.
Bonkers is telling us West Ham not gone with a striker and that. They haven't. They just gone with Bowen and Kudos sort of up top.
Yep.
Okay, that's all right.
Yep.
As long as you think they can.
Well, they got Ferguson on the bench.
Yeah. So they've got a
Maybe he
weapon, which
comes
is
on.
understandable. It will come on at some point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he comes on and gets a goal, why not? You know, that'd be cool.
Who? Ferguson.
Yeah, from
Brighton.
From Brighton,
Sure.
yeah.
Loan.
Bought him.
They
No,
got him
not
on loan.
Yeah.
I think Potter, because he was with Potter when he was there. So he thought, you know what, I'll bring him there.
Okay.
I think him getting injured was sort of, he was a big name, bro. All of a sudden, everyone's talking about this guy.
Yeah.
Since then, he's not really done anything. Why? I think he got injured and that. Hasn't played for Brighton all season, really. Welbeck sort of done well. But Ferguson's gone there now. Yep, if he gets game time today, I'd like to see what he can do, you know.
Haven't he got that Fulkrug bloke as well? The German bloke, Fulkrug.
Yeah. He got injured, came back in, scored a goal and got an assist or whatever, and he's been injured again.
Yeah, he looks something of a weapon, like an awkward striker to play against. Maybe he looks quite big and I don't know, a presence in the box, if you want to put it that way. From what I've seen of him.
Like on their bench, they've got Danny Ings and Ferguson up top to play strikers. So that means Fulkrug is still injured then, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. But let's stop the press. Can we stop the channel? Can we stop the channel? Because there's an Irishman in the house. Good afternoon, Brian. Good afternoon, Brian.
How we doing? Yeah, how we doing?
All good, bro.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Right, I want to ask you two questions, JK, as well today. Number one, did you see the Everton Man United game? If you did, what did you think of it or the result? And number two, do you give West Ham any hope for getting something from Arsenal at the Emirates right about now?
No, I didn't see it. I had a watch along on in the background. One of the lads seems like about 2-0. I was right. Well, that's probably the most predictable one of the weekend. So it sounds like they kind of threw it away a little bit there. What was free kick and then shot from outside the box. So yeah, I thought that was it. Like 2-0. I thought that's that wrapped up. So yeah, I wouldn't have seen them having it in to get a comeback, but I see the lads there blaming Pickford. But West Ham, they're just the one team, man. The way that Arsenal are right now, with like kind of gaps in their squad, but just not West Ham. West Ham away at a big team. Have they ever won a game away at a big team? They're just the ultimate soft touch of the club. So no, to be honest, no, I wouldn't give West Ham a chance today. They'll do what they do. They'll end up losing 2-0 somehow. But no, not expecting good news from that one, Jake. 3-1 Arsenal. Sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really give West Ham any hope. The only hope I give them is that their front three ain't their regular front three. Martinelli, Havertz, and Saka, you know. So that's the only sort of bit of light into that situation. Like their midfield, Partey, Rice is playing, so they got their midfield all right, you know. Bless up,
Yeah, they've
Defense
got
is
Mr.
solid.
everything else.
Tips 09.
Yeah,
Thank you, bro.
defenders and midfield. Yeah.
Afternoon, Mr. Tibbs.
It's just the front three. That's the only thing. But even
Big up,
like,
Mr. Tips.
just West
Mm.
Ham, man.
West Ham are poor, bro. We beat them 5-1, was it? 5-1?
Carabao Cup.
Yeah. At our ground. I think in the league, what was the score in the league?
5-0 away.
5-0? 4-0?
Yeah.
5-0?
I think that's Lukatelli's one of his last games, so it was that or the one after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that pretty much sealed his fate, I think, the extent of that hammering at home, didn't it, from us? Because they hardly touched the ball, did they, apart from having one chance early on. That was them for the match, wasn't it? I mean, look, they are a slightly stiffer test than Leicester for Arsenal today, so there is, a little bit of hope that Arsenal drop points. Let's hope it comes through.
The lead will be 5 points going into tomorrow's match, so he's taking an Arsenal win there. Abdul Villar not making football quick and also more added time than before, big time. And Ings, Ferguson, Lewis Graham on the bench for West Ham. They probably want to keep it a little bit solid and then maybe surprise them second half. I don't know. West Ham, I don't know if they're coming or going. So I'm going to just, whatever happens in that game, I'm going to just watch it and think, yeah, it's all right if West Ham do something. Looking at tomorrow's match quickly. Confident, Brian?
No, not right now. I feel different in the morning, but our form, just the fact that, like, as bad as they are and as disastrous as like this season has been for them, it's still Manchester City away. And the Wolves game, Everton game, poor form, all the Darwin nonsense, Jota not, scoring chances, and I don't have it yet. I just don't have enough to feel, oh yeah, we're going to go there and do them. About a month ago, I would have been a lot more confident, but just the form we're in at the moment, and the fact that they've still got Haaland, they've still got Marmoush, they've still got Foden, they've still got players, and they will love nothing more than to be able to put a spanner in the works for us tomorrow. They won't win it themselves, but they can make it a lot more difficult for us to do it. So they've got a lot of motivation there, I think. So yeah, I'm not going to be a when we're going to win it. Oh man, not right now.
And what about you, Lee?
Sorry, I was just doing something then. Hey, off the beaten track from football, a bin bag's meant to leak. I always thought they were meant to be like waterproof inside, when you look. I filled one up and just left it like in the kitchen, but it's bloody leaked everywhere. Anyway, it's sorted now, but I always thought they were meant to be airtight or something, bin bags. Maybe it has a hole.
How thin is the bin bag? Is it a thin one or
yeah, they've got thinner now and smaller. Like they've got rubbish bin bags. Like everything's got crapper in the shops, hasn't it? Bin bags they're not as big now. They don't go as far down into your bin.
Yeah. Like, they can sell more. That's why then, bro. You know what I mean? Smaller the size, the more you need. Bigger it is, the less you need, bro. It's all business.
I just have to pay more attention when I'm shopping and buy the right ones instead of buying the crappy ones. But I mean, I don't deliberately buy crappy ones. Just go, oh yeah, there's bin bags, and in the past they always seem to be all right. But lately they seem to have got crapper bin bags. Anyway,
Me and you sound like the Man United transfer committee. Yeah. But tomorrow going into the game after talking about the bin bags, are we going to be rubbish tomorrow?
Oh, good one. I like it. Very smooth.
I like it.
No, we're not going to be rubbish tomorrow. I think we'll have sorted ourselves out by tomorrow. Doesn't mean we'll win, but I think we'll get maybe a more what's the word? Complete performance than what we've had recently. Because it's been scrappy, and at the performances we played good in little fits and starts, and then played shit. So I'm hoping that we get a more complete performance, just a more stable game that we were used to. We were controlling it a bit more. Whatever. whatever it is, I just want to see that tomorrow. Can't be having patchy performance again tomorrow. We could be on the end of a defeat. We don't want that.
Mm-hmm. Nalante?
Tomorrow, I don't think. Yeah, what Bryce said. I don't think we'll win the game. We're just not playing 100%. And City, we just struggle at dirty ad. Well, not struggle, but we just don't win. And it's going to be a draw. I won't be surprised if another Desmond, because we're not defending as a team. I can't see us winning this. So no, we'll draw points.
That sounds a likely outcome to me as well. 2-2 for this one, sadly. I mean, look, it's better than the defeat. But we haven't got long to get our form together for Paris, have we? Because we're going to have to be in better form by the time we go there.
Yeah. No, I agree, Lee. I agree. I mean, we could even lose. Again, really, the team, if they were on form, we're having a different conversation. But the results, the way we're playing, stubbornness with certain players is not giving me hope at all winning this at all. I mean, I think it'd just be a draw.
The reluctance to use Endo in midfield to save legs for Ryan and Mac, do you think?
Well, Lee, I think all of us could. Well, I mean, JK and Brian might disagree. I think he should. I mean, he should be used in the last two games. He needs to be used now. I don't see the problem with him playing against City, but it's not going to happen. He just won't. He's too stuck in his way slot. So the most he might play is Curtis because he likes Curtis, but the others, anyway.
I mean, I think it's the 5th of March, the game's on. And wasn't only 28 days in February, so yeah, it's very soon, isn't it, now, the Paris game? I thought it was more like the 11th of March or something, but it's the 5th of March, apparently, the game in Paris. So we have short time to get ourselves together, really, because it's going to be a very important game, that, isn't it, I was a bit miffed, that we ended up with Paris. I mean, okay, you've got to beat good teams to win it, and can't be that pissed off. But yeah, we're just not in great form, are we, at the moment? And it's going to have to change.
Yeah.
Or we'll be knocked off the top of the table, out of the Champions League, before we can say something very short.
All right. Abdul was saying here, West Ham United sitting back deep and low block. Okay, thanks for that, Abdul. You're watching the game, so you're giving us the update. Arsenal putting the pressure on West Ham. Okay, and Abdul reckons Desmond 0-0, 1-1, 2-2, or 3-3. I tell you what, I'm gonna hate that. I used to like it. There's a program called Desmond used to like back in the day, but after this Desmond's coming up, I'm gonna hate that word. I really am. That's from the stubborn Klopp. Possible, yeah, could be possible. Abdul, we just have to see. We just have to see. I'll happily be. I think we all say. I mean, I don't know. Brian. I think Brian agrees with the draw. I think JK Lee. You think we're going to win tomorrow?
Yeah, I think
we're winning, bro.
More. I think
we're winning.
More myself.
Yeah. I always go to games with saying we're going to win, bro. It is like your form can just change in a half, if you understand what I mean. I think the Everton game, we did look better, considering how we played in the games before that. Yeah, I'm always confident, bro. I just feel like we're going to beat them tomorrow.
Yeah.
Them not getting knocked out of the Champions League would have brought their excitement for the season down a bit. You know what I mean? I think if they were still in the Champions League, they would have been up for it a bit more. My opinion, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, when you're knocked out of the Champions League, you're deflated, bro. Especially if you're not top spot in the Premier League. If you know what I mean. It can deflate you. I think if City were sort of top spot, they'll carry on. You know what I mean? But I think because where they're at, and getting knocked out of the Champions League, just like that. So I'm pretty confident, bro. I think it's going to be a good game. and that's why we love football, because we don't know exactly what's going to happen, you know.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, I hear you, JK. But whatever juice you're having, I need to take some of that because I think
It's
me
called English.
and
It's
Brian.
called tea, bro. Indian tea. It's the best.
Listen, I hope.
Look, it's always like it's half
Mhm.
glass full, half glass empty sort of
Yeah,
situation, you know. If there's a fire, you don't really want people shouting, screaming. There's a fire, and there's like, you know, you just want someone to get the water and chuck it on the situation, and that's how life should be. Like looking how we've been playing recently. Yeah, there was worries there, but it's not like we're getting battered. You know, the point against United, the point against Everton, they're going to make a difference. Them points. Some people say, you know what, I'd rather lose games and then sort of get an extra point somehow. Yeah, mathematically, but I think for the team to be losing, it's not just good for the team. You know, like I think we're doing well. Why? Because we realised we've only lost a few games this season. When you look at it, how many games we lost this season? 4. Yeah, 4 games, bro. Plymouth. If anyone said to me Plymouth,
PSV, Forest, and
Tottenham, first
Spurs.
leg.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
4 games, bro, in all the competitions we've been playing, and there's people moaning.
It's
Plus,
good
on top
going,
of that, the owners never backed the manager in the January transfer window to give him an extra set of legs. You know, so for me, that's another topic, but I ain't going to discuss that right now. That's the end of the season sort of topic. Brian, tomorrow, who are you looking at to play up top? I know this is sort of a big sort of decision now. Who we're going to play number 9? Like for me, Jota against Everton was okay. Got an assist. Darwin came on, never really found his feet. And I think with Darwin, bro, is the time now where you just start the guy. Because when he comes on a sub, he's sort of ineffective. Play him at City away. I just don't, but I feel that Slot's not going to play Darwin. He's going to end up playing Diaz and Jota, I think. What's your front three, Brian, for tomorrow?
Well,
The one you want to see,
there's
not
no
the one
news.
you think
There's
it's
no
going to
news
be.
on Gakpo. There's no news on Gakpo, is there?
I've not heard nothing.
Yeah, he was
No,
talking about
you
him
heard
being
anything?
50-50. So that's a big part of it, you know. Is Gakpo.
Yeah, Gakpo for me has I wouldn't say he's on par with Salah this season, but he's doing what Mane used to do things from the other side. You know what I mean? Diaz don't do that enough for me sometimes. But for me, Gakpo this season, he's just made that left side look a bit more better, you know? And it's like a danger now. Like when the ball's on that side, we can say we can get a goal there, you know? But for me, I think Gakpo will probably be, if he makes the bench, cool. Then we can play him against Newcastle Wednesday.
I think that's more
But I
like,
just
yeah.
feel
So
yeah.
just working on the assumption that Gakpo won't be starting. It's difficult.
No.
Well, it's not that difficult,
Yeah.
but you just put Diaz on the left, put Jota in the middle, put Salah on the right. I mean, if we start Darwin, yeah, I don't know. Like, why would you start Darwin? Because he's been bad, and you get good. You know, he's picking the team that's he thinks going to win the game, best chance of winning the game. So Darwin has shown nothing to say that he should get into this team, that he deserves a place in this team. I don't see that at all. I don't like. Oh, you can give a guy a game because he's playing badly. Fucking do that against Wickham in a reserve match. Let him go out and score 8 behind closed doors on a Wednesday night. Not at Man City. The guy is going to continue to cost us games, Jake. And we're not an orphanage for sad and lonely lost footballers. You know, like if he's not able to cut, he's not able to do it. If he's in a funk, leave him on the bench. If he's feeling sad and down, sorry for you, but we've got a
Nah, but
title
bro, I
tonight.
don't think he's really been that bad, bro. When you really look at it, he get to cause a lot of drama, being sub all the time. And I tell you the truth, bro, he's always smiling. That's why I don't mind the lad.
Yeah,
If he was
I said
disrupt,
that
you know what I
yesterday,
mean?
like, because I'd have been a bit quite hard on him of late, like, and mocked him and that, like, a little bit, and I thought that was too much. So I was saying yesterday, you know, oh, there was the great bits, like the back flick against Madrid, the goal against Newcastle. You know, they're both ages ago now. We need something like that this season. You know what I mean? We needed something like that, like a couple of weeks ago when he was in the side, like, and we're just not seeing it, are we? Whatever, like, Pepe had in his step when he first arrived seems to have fizzled out, like, and he just hasn't got the confidence now. He's got less confidence than he did. You know, his confidence is waning as time goes on, isn't it? So, no, I don't. I see
Yeah, but
it.
it all comes from it's all been distilled down into tiny little droplets. It's all been it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. It's about this. It's about the fact that Sabazlai passed them the ball is the latest one. You know, no, I know that Fozzie thinks that. I don't. How are you blaming Sob for Darwin missing that chance? You know, this is because he's just not good enough. He's not good enough. That's the whole story here. It's like, oh, but this, that, and that, and the other. None of these things would be happening if he was good enough. And it's not because of the system. It's not because of fans. The guy gets his name sung. Like, sorry, Jacob, I'm not going to give someone props for not being an asshole. Like you're saying, he could have caused problems. That's just being an asshole. I'm not going to say he deserves credit for not being an asshole and
No,
causing
no, no.
problems. You know,
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
if
I
you're
know
going
what
to
you're
cause
saying.
problems, get off. You know, you always talk about the body language on the bench, you know, it needing to be right. Well, if he's not going to be right, I'm not going to, oh, he could have caused the stink. He could have come home and wrecked the gaff, but he didn't. Fair play to him. No, that's acting like a normal human being. Just don't cause problems. You know, it's like the guy just isn't able to do what we need him to do. So leave him on the bench, bring him on with 10, 15, 20, whatever it might be, impact the game. But you know, he made a big point in the press conference, not just with the Darwin stuff, but about saying we need Jota for these. We need Jota for all the games.
Yeah, I still had some hope before this season started for Darwin that this could finally be the season when he started getting, you know, a better goal average and then burying more of his chances. But it just hasn't happened. It isn't the season that it finally falls into place for him. And I don't think there will be a season when it finally falls into place for him. Sadly, I think he will leave in the summer.
But as for me, bro, I understand what Brian's trying to say. He's not
Same
good
with
enough and
Jota.
stuff.
Jota's been a
But
success in terms of we've seen he's got the goods, but like guys never fit, mate. You know what I mean? We've got one who can't do it and one who can do it but can't do it because he's never fit.
yeah, but for me, Darwin's done it a few times, bro. It ain't consistent enough for me, but the guy scored goals. If he's been with us for 3 years and never ever scored a goal, I'll say, you know what, bro, he should have gone last summer. But for me, he
Yeah.
has scored goals and good goals. I'm not talking about tap-ins, bro. He don't score really tap-ins. He ain't that sort of striker on that. He scored some
The
beauties in
Jota
his career with us.
situation,
What?
that's what the Jota situation really frustrates me. Like, I mean, I can't have anything against the guy for not being fit, for getting injured. That ain't his fault, but it's so frustrating because he's a really dangerous, potent forward. Like, and you could imagine the heights he could reach if he was like perpetually fit. Jota, if he was fit like all the time, he'd reach some heights, wouldn't he? But that's just not going to happen. It's another one. We're wishing that's going to be next season that Jota will have like more of it. That's not going to happen, is it? I think we're going to have to replace two of them, aren't we, this summer? If we can.
Yeah, but for me, bro, when you got when you got Jota and Darwin, then one of the two should be scoring goals right now. They're both fit, you know, and
Jota
Diaz
will.
ended up playing the number 9 spot too many times. He weren't really great there as well. So I don't know, man. I just want to we're gonna score goals. I'm more worried about the defence. I'm not worried about Darwin.
Yeah,
Really,
the
that's the
defence
last
worried
of my
me in
worries.
that Villa
Really,
game. Yeah, I didn't like it. And
it's the
Dan
defence, bro.
Levy,
No clean
like,
sheet. When's the last time we got a clean sheet? When's the last time we got a clean sheet? So for me, I'm more worried about the defence. The attack does what the attack does. Gets us goals on the board for the team to defend that lead.
Salah does.
And what happens? We can see goals. So my worry isn't Darwin, Jota, whoever it is. You know, last month it was Salah and his contract. So they're always going to bring up sort of problems. For me, the Darwin topic is a waste of energy.
Yeah, we had the best defence about a few months back, or like 6 weeks back. So even less. Our defensive record
Since Ali came back in.
Now Arsenal's is, isn't it? Arsenal's is better than ours by about 3, maybe 4
Yeah,
goals.
but for me, bro, since Ali's come back in, we haven't looked as tight at the back when Kelleher was in. Fozzie's got a thing about that. He says when Kelleher plays, the defense as a whole think, okay, that's not Alisson. We got to help Kelleher a little bit more than we help Alisson out at the back. So we've got to be a bit more sharper, you know. And I understand that why, because Alisson's played much more football than Kelleher has, for example. So as soon as Alisson's come back, bro, we have not looked solid at the back. We've had one clean sheet, I think, since Alisson's come back. And that's for me the worry. Not Darwin, not Jota, not Diaz, none of these guys. Not even Harvey Elliott's a worry. So what's it like? All the names getting picked out every bloody day about this guy's not doing this guy. But for me, it's about the defence.
Yeah, but how many clean sheets did Kelleher keep?
He kept a few,
Genuine
bro.
interest.
We were keeping more when he was in goal than we are with Alisson.
I'll check that now in all competitions, yeah, or just the Premier League,
Yeah.
bro.
And I like Alisson, man. For me, I'm so happy that he came to us. We'll see how many engage. I quickly reading today. We should invest in the squad in January. Our owners moving broke big time. Like for me, a signing in the window just gone would have gave us a little boost. Missing Darwin Núñez for 3 years, and then Copite gives us an update on the scores. A 1-0 lead to Tottenham away to Ipswich. Son with a goal. Oh, it's Johnson. Okay, not Son. Johnson's got the goal. So he's come back from injury as well. Yeah, like for now until the end of the season, Nalante, do you think these topics that fans make up all the time are going to be a good thing for us? Or do you think it's sort of subjects we can discuss at the end of the season?
Nallante's doing research.
Oh, Nallante's doing you can answer that, Brian. Do you reckon these Darwin sort of topics? Would you rather talk about them now, or would you rather talk about them at the end of the summer, at the end of the season?
If we've just played a game and he's had a terrible game, I'm going to talk about him. If we've got a game coming up and people want him to start, I'm going to talk about him. You know, it's the should he stay, should he go? That's irrelevant at the moment. We all know he's leaving. Everybody must know at this stage he's gone in the summer. Even Marion and 12 man, no, he's gone in the summer. You know, it's all but confirmed. So is his head really in the game now that he knows he's leaving? His drop-offs and all that? If we're talking about something that might affect our chances to win an upcoming game, then yeah. But if you want to talk about selling him, yada, 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 that can obviously wait. But, you know, if these are the guys that, like, you know, when we do shows, if we didn't talk about most things until the summer, then people are going to talk. You know, people want to talk about the guy. People never wanted to tell me or wanted to stop telling me how wrong I was and how much of a hater I was for after 6 months making a decision on a guy who I wanted us to sign. I was impressed. I liked him. But it only took me 6 months to realize we'd bought a dud. And I was being called a hater every week. You know, so.
Hater.
I think I might have realised it quicker than I'm letting on, but I was still keeping up the pretense that I believed in until the beginning of this season. But yeah, it just doesn't work, does it? Like, anyone can see that. But he's not been the worst player in the world. Like, he certainly ain't no Andy Carroll, because I've seen both players, and Carroll was the purest of pure shite, whereas Darwin does actually have some ability. It's just not enough. He's just not good at the things that we need to be good at, which is finishing.
If Andy was here now, can you imagine what they'd
Pedro's
be
got a
like?
goal for Brighton, 1-0 up them away to Southampton. Yeah, what you saying, Brian?
If you can imagine, if we had Andy Carroll now, the money we spent on him, you can imagine they'd be making the same excuses now for Andy. Oh, it's not his problem. We don't play with a big number 9. It's not his fault. He has injury problems. They'd be saying the same stuff about Carroll now that they're saying about Nunes now. They'd be saying about
There's
Carroll.
certain strikers you just don't
It's
connect
the
with them.
amount we paid, innit? It's the amount we paid for Darwin. Like it was like massive for us, and we hadn't sold anyone, so we could do that. That just like I was like, what? We're paying that much for someone without selling first. I thought, afraid that we got it right. Like,
Yeah.
if they'll be reticent to pay that sort of amount again to like break their record for an attacker again. See, João Pedro's got one there. Don't know what he'd be worth.
It was the fact that we bought him for big money in the same summer that Man City brought in Haaland. That's where it all started. He gets a goal in the Charity Shield.
Yeah.
And Haaland blanks. And then that's when I was getting it from day one. People saying he's going to score 30, 35. Didn't do it in the first season. So I'm saying, what were you saying then? Where's your 30? No, he's going to score 30, 35 goals this season. The second season, he'll score 40 goals in all comps. You're just a hater,
Yeah.
Okay. It was the Haaland versus Nunes thing, which was never a race from the start. But it was Liverpool fans, a lot of them that just went way too overboard, saying he's just as good as Haaland, yada yada yada. And now they've never backed down.
It was a long time ago now, but I do remember that. Yeah, that first.
They've never backed down from it. They've stood on that hill for so long. They're going to stand there till
I am a defender of the Darwin Nunes Society League. Dun, dun, dun.
Shields up.
I think like, the type of striker he looked when we first got him, went, oh yeah, big tall guy, not bang the area. He should be good. Like Morientes, I thought, yeah, he'd be perfect for the Prem. And
I thought Morientes would do well for us, but he kind of flopped.
I know. Remember when we played Morientes and Crouch together up front? We did that in that World Club Cup final that we lost under Rafa.
Yeah, we should have won that. We had the back.
Man. The ref was ref was lousy, wasn't he? Don't want to give it the old victim thing, like to any non-Liverpool fans who may be watching this, like, but that ref was shocking when we got there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was calling off one of the goals. Yeah, it was politics, man, because we dominated that final. But yeah, I remember watching that.
I remember the one from 1984 where we lost 1-0 to Independiente of Argentina. I remember, I was old enough to remember that one, but I can't remember the one when Flamenco wiped the floor with us, like in Japan, 3-0. They had a great team then, like Flamenco. Like,
well, that won't be happening again.
That
competition's done with now.
Yeah, exactly. That's just a sell-off. Yeah. If we ever qualify for that in the near future, please spare me. Don't even bother to go there.
No, we could have gone to the one that's on this summer, the new expanded Club World Cup, the one with £1 billion.
That's a waste.
$1 billion for the winner.
Yeah.
We turned it down for whatever reason.
Well, I'm glad they did. Waste of time.
I think they turned it down because our owners still want to be part of the Super League that they haven't forgotten about and still want to resurrect. I think it's kind of a politics thing why we didn't go to that.
Yeah, that's a floater that'll never flush until it becomes a reality. Unfortunately, the Super League, it's coming, isn't it? Coming to a town near you soon, the Super League.
That's the plan.
Nice one, Callum. 2-0 Spurs, call BBC final score. Well, I think you could call us all BBC final scores because we're all watching. We all got the info, but fair play.
Who's fair play?
Can we look at those clean sheets?
Yeah, so with Kelleher, I was going to get back to that, Bryce. So in the league, when Alisson out, so it's 7 appearances and 2 clean sheets. In the league, that is.
Yeah. Yeah. And Ali has how many appearances and how many clean sheets?
1, 2. No, he's definitely got more than 2. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, but how many
Ipswich,
games? I'm trying to think
Bournemouth,
of
Crystal Palace. Oh no, but he got injured in that game, didn't he?
Yeah.
Ipswich.
Shared clean sheet almost.
Yeah, Bournemouth, Man United. Yeah,
Yeah, so percentage wise, just per games played, I think Ali has a higher percentage of clean sheets there
yeah,
because 2 from 7 is what, like 28% or something, is it 20 something percent?
yeah, and that's Premier League. So
Yeah, I think I've heard it before. I'm not saying, people are, and I think it's an interesting one from Fozzie, and I think there is some kind of not merit or truth or whatever. He knows more about the game than I do, but I think I get what he's getting at. Like when we do have Ali, I think maybe we do maybe push up a little bit more, or kind of go, well, last line of defense, it's Ali. We take that little extra risk, maybe 2 yards further up, 3 yards further up, whatever it might be, whether it's conscious or unconscious, I don't know. But I can definitely see a scenario where when Kelleher starts, maybe Virgil and Ebo were a little bit more hesitant to kind of, just leave it to Cows, if we get beat, it'll be him. I don't know. It could definitely be something in that.
So, bro, with Allison, guys, so 18 appearances, 7 clean sheets in the Premier League.
That's close to 50. That's 40 odd percent. Yeah, that's double basically what Cows is doing. Basic. I'm bad at maths, but that's around that. So that's definitely a much higher clean sheet percentage.
Well, as much as it pains me to say so, I can't see us getting a clean sheet tomorrow. There's no way we won't concede at least one. But yes, he has.
I'm not too bothered. 3-1, 2-1, I don't care. And it right now it's just 3 points. I don't really.
I'd love a
I'm
1-0.
not obsessing about the clean sheets. I know. Look, if we keep a clean sheet, then you only got to score 1 to win it, right?
Yeah, 1-0 is a
Keep a
beautiful
clean
victory.
sheet, you can't lose a game. So, but I just think maybe across the Premier League, when you look at the likes of João Pedro, Cunha, Kluivert, Morgan Gibbs White, Wood, even Liam Delap, that they look like every team has players that can score goals. So I just think
Even
3,
Southampton.
apart from, well, they've got young Tyler
No,
Dillon.
that's I meant it that way. Sorry, it sounded weird the way it come out. I meant even Southampton have got that because they did manage to score 2 past us when we went there in the league, didn't they?
Yeah, you wouldn't put your house on them, even Ipswich, but like it's a much stronger league now. But also, as Nalante has been saying a few times, as far as he's concerned, Ibu and VVD have been getting away with it a lot this season. They don't get the criticism for the things he's been seeing in games.
They've not been as good as they were before. Who got injured, they were at a sort of level, but the whole team was playing better then. So it's not just them that's had a drop off. The whole team's performing at a lower level than they were a couple of months ago. But yeah, they don't look that secure at the moment. That's why I don't see us getting a clean sheet. I'd love a 1-0 win. I mean, anyone will do me, but 1-0 wins are nice. Of course, I'd love a big scoreline, but that's not going to happen tomorrow. So, like, a 1-0 win would be great. I love 1-0 wins. There's nothing better. I like 1-0 wins when you hold them for when you're in front for most of the game as well. If you can score early and you're that decent aside that you can actually hold on to it for 80 odd minutes. Put you through the ringer a bit, but I do enjoy them type of games. Never
Well,
seen that much under Klopp, did you? 1-0s, like, you know what I mean? We don't see them much under Slot either.
No, we haven't had a 0-0 all season.
Have we not? No. Bloody hell.
Not that you want them or anything, but yeah, we don't have those kind of games. Like it's either something's going to happen either end.
Yeah. Yeah, just sometimes there's something better than winning by the only goal of the game.
Right. Let me just read some of these other comments. What can we need? Balbega, Isaac, more than anyone for me, and maybe Lekepa, Incapi, or Morelio. JK, you never like to look forwards to summer. What do you reckon about this, JK?
Yeah, JK loves a bit of transfer chat in February. Doesn't
Yeah, JK.
Oh, I love it.
This is right down your street. You can start off the answer this.
Like we're gonna play Isaac twice in the next month. So I don't want him. You know what I mean? Wanted a guy who could damage us. Right now, I'm not thinking about that. Yeah. And for me, it's also the owners. They sort of taken that away from me. That feeling we're gonna get this guy, we're gonna go for this guy, we're gonna do this, that, and the other. So for me, transfer sort of speculation is just paper talk. 4 windows, we ain't done nothing. Bar Chiesa. Has that answered it?
Well, 3, technically 3.
Well, it doesn't stop us window shopping, does it? In fact, it makes us do it all the more. And I like,
I'm no 50 Cent,
I
bro.
like all of them names, mate. I like all of them names.
Exactly.
Like Believer,
You're a DJ.
like Cappy, like Mario, like Isaac. No less about Lukeba. But they all look like they're all decent names, aren't they?
Lekeba is Red Bull Leipzig. He's a French centre defender and heavily linked with Real Madrid at the moment. Definitely leaving, but very much expected to join Real Madrid. But apparently Liverpool, inverted commas, like the player and aware of his situation, all that kind of stuff. But apparently that's his preferred destination. There's been talks there. The one guy that I like in that list, Mario, I've always liked him since first couple of times I saw him play last season. Had something about him, and it, not enough to say, oh, we need to get this guy, but he seems to be getting better. The guy I'd really like us to buy is Heisen, the Dutch lad at Bournemouth, the centre half. That doesn't look likely, though. Apparently, he's going somewhere else if he does go. And then I'm slowly coming around to the idea that, and not because of the other day, but I think Cunha would be perfect. I think Cunha would be perfect for us because he'd cost half of what Isaac would cost. Wouldn't be the same player, but he would fit very like the Bobby Firmino withdrawn type of player.
I didn't know he's actually played for Brazil already, Cunha. Seen him before. He went to the Olympics, didn't he? And he won the Olympics, and then he got in the squad after that as well. He got in the actual
He's
squad.
about 10 caps.
And
He has about 10 caps. Yeah, I think he's on about 10. So I'd take him, House, and they'd be the two in the Premier League right now. I'd be looking at, because like Isaac, even if he said he wanted to leave, they'd be like, okay, but we're getting 140, 135, 140. You get Cunha for 65, 62, 65. That'd leave you a lot more money to go and buy a Hoyson or something like that, rather than putting it all on Isaac. As much as I love Isaac, I think we're going to be priced out. 3 years left on his deal, no release clause. They don't need to sell. You'd have to break the bank.
Newcastle, and they have money that they're not forced to sell, and they
You'd have to break the bank.
What they thought he was worth, which won't be cheap, will it? Whereas Cunha, see maybe for half the price, we'd maybe have a shot at getting him.
He's just signed a new contract to put a release clause in his deal exactly so he can leave in the summer, not because he's staying.
I watched him sign it before. I watched some video about him. That's when I found out about him playing for Brazil, like that, seeing him with his mum and all that stuff, and he was talking about his career. But you could get back in the Brazil squad if he played for us, definitely.
He just scored again, apparently, couldn't you?
Good for
I think they're
him.
playing Bournemouth, are they?
Yeah, JK, you want to take this one for Coppa Callum?
Yeah. I think he said that Wolves gonna be a dodgy one for Bournemouth. They take the lead 1-0, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, Cunha.
Ipswich got a goal back against Spurs, so it's Spurs 2, Ipswich 1. In the Bournemouth game,
Yeah,
okay,
1-0 Wolves.
Bournemouth playing with 10 men.
Oh.
Zabarani got sent off for Bournemouth, so
Oh.
1-0 down, 10, one man down as well. Do you want to say? And Palace have taken the lead against Fulham as well. Joachim Anderson's got that goal.
Good player.
Yeah, I fancy Palace for that one. For Palace.
You mean, own goal? If Palace has taken the lead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he went to Fulham.
Okay.
He went to there. He went from there to there.
Fulham.
Yeah.
Fulham,
He went
yeah.
from Palace
So
to
he
Fulham.
scored an own goal against his former club. Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
the fix is
he
in.
is anything that is.
Get the inspector. Get the inspectors out. Get the stewards out. The fix is in.
Oh,
Scoring an OG against the former club. Driving home in a Ferrari, you know, that he didn't arrive in.
you know what I'm saying? Got the
Paid
train
off.
there.
Who scored? Sorry, Jake. Who scored the second Spurs goal?
There's Brendan Johnson got both, bro.
That's first. I got both. Okay. Oh,
And then Son got assists on both as well.
okay.
So I'll quickly go through the scores quickly before we're reaching half time. 2-2, the Desmonds strikes again, Everton United, 0-0, Arsenal West Ham, 41st minute. Wolves with a 1-0 lead away to Bournemouth, who are down to 10 men. Fulham 0, Palace 1. They're just taking that lead. And then you got Ipswich 1, Spurs 2, Southampton 0, Brighton 1. So it was like an away day sort of special right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who scored for Wolves.
Cunha.
Yep, Cunha got that goal.
The man
Ross,
himself.
man of the moment.
He's Brazilian as well.
Marvellous match.
Get it done.
Yeah, he does look like he'd fit into slots while you're playing, and he'd gel with the players that we have. We'd be able to get goals out of him, I reckon, if we had him.
He stayed fit all season. You know, he's probably missed the odd game here and there, but the guy's, you know, he's obviously robust. He can play in a Premier League. He can score goals for a Wolves team. You know, we got we especially, you know, we bought Jota from Wolves. We bought Robbo from Hull.
Mm.
You know, we can spot good players at the lower teams who are. I think that's our model as well, as looking at a player who was at a Wolves, a PSV, and then that player identifying the players at those clubs who ideally are undervalued and can take the next step at a club. It's like he's the kind of guy. It's not that's as good as he's ever going to be. He's the kind of guy where everything about him says that if you put him in a better team, he'll become an even better version of the Cunha. I think he's on nearly 16, 17 league goals this season. And he's not even an out-and-out striker. Like people talk about, out-and-out strikers can't score goals. You know, what is he on, 16, 17?
That's good. That's not what he's on.
Just evidence. Yeah, it's like you can watch him do it in the Premier League.
That far down the league.
Yeah, I mean, you can watch him. Like, what more evidence do you need than to see him play a whole Premier League season against the kind of teams you're going to be playing against? Watch him perform, watch him take all the knocks, all the physical stuff that you need to be able to take and then thrive. I mean, he's not some guy that's just done it in Spain, you know, or done it in Portugal, one good season or a great season in France. It's all there for you.
We got some good news, lads.
What's up?
The guy on the screen. The guy on the screen is meant to have scored, so there you go. I'm watching it now.
Go on, Jarboon.
Long way to
Boom,
go.
yeah, nice.
But
Wan-Bissaka
that's-
header across. Bowen in the middle, bang, 1-0.
Wan-Bissaka. The
Mm.
Croydon
lads.
Cafu. The
oh,
Croydon
look,
Cafu.
it's good.
Abdul,
A long
bro,
way
get
to go.
yourself, bro.
I'm not going to say anything. Long way
Yeah,
to
I'm
go,
not saying
but
until the 90th minute, bro. I'm not
yeah,
saying
I'm
anything.
not
there's
going to
Like,
no.
I'm
get.
happy
I'm
they
waiting
got
for
that
someone
goal.
to say.
It's just a good. It's a nice start. That's all.
It's a nice.
I'm
no,
just
I'm
waiting for
saying
someone to say, hang
exactly.
on, VAR, hang on, VAR, hang on.
Long way to
They're
go.
checking it.
No, it's cool.
They're
It's
checking
cool,
it.
bro.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
so far
No,
what
it's
I've
both
seen,
here,
it
is it?
seems to be
Okay.
cool.
How far in
What,
are
you're
we
in
in the Arsenal game? What minutes are we on?
3:00 kickoff.
It's injury time in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all 3 p.m.s. So
They're all 3 p.m.s. The away day sort of special today. A lot of teams away from home are winning.
well, I
Yeah,
said
I
3-1
felt
Arsenal.
Bournemouth had a
So
good chance of winning at Bournemouth, and I felt Palace had a good chance of winning at Fulham as well. I thought that
it's only half time, lads. Only half time.
Yeah, true. Yeah, and Arsenal have got a full half, haven't they? At injury time, just that equaliser.
But so far, so good. So,
Yeah, thanks for that, Jared. Cheers, Jared. All aid is welcome. All donations are welcome.
yeah, Abdul, can you say Arsenal will score? Then West Ham will score again. Reverse psychology. Big up, Anton. Hope you're cool, bro. Big up
Hey,
the
Anton.
panel.
Yeah, nice one, man.
Nice to see you, bro. Interesting sort of weekend for football
Big up.
this weekend, you know.
Anton, big up. Big up, Anton. Let me, guys, ask you actually something. I don't know. Have you guys seen VVD's interview with Jamie Renner on Sky Sports?
Yeah,
I watched half
about
of it. Yeah,
half an hour ago or something. No, about an hour ago,
yeah.
I watched it.
Mhm. What do you make? What do you make of the interview? Because I thought it was a good interview, and I think VVD's again. It's very hard to say, but I think whether he's leaving or going, I think I believe it's already been sorted. Personally,
And that he's
Yeah, yeah.
staying. You think he's
At the
staying?
three. At the three. I think Virgil's the one I'm saying, yeah, he's staying.
He would seem the most likely out the three, probably, wouldn't he, Virgil? Given
Trent's
what-
gone. Trent's gone.
yeah, I think so
Trent
too. I mean,
is
we could
gone.
be egg on our faces and just be. All we'll have to do is stream apology, but yeah, I think so.
It's
I think
nearly
so.
March.
Too much has gone on. I think.
Yeah, it's nearly March.
Yeah,
If
and just the
if this was
stories are
being done,
just
it'd be done.
yeah.
The other two, I can see why it might get a little bit. It really shouldn't. But yeah, to me, because he was bringing up the genie thing, wasn't he? He was saying like how,
Yeah.
oh, I remember at the time when Genie was leaving and he didn't have a contract. He was like, oh, how are you so calm? How are you so calm? And Genie was like, look, it is what it is. And he's like, I understand it now. It's just like you just get on with it kind of thing. You play the games. Obviously, that is not what he's thinking on the inside. This is not what's going on in his head. He's in negotiations for a future contract. He's not sitting there going, oh, look, sure, I go to bed. I don't even think about it. I wake up, sure, if something happens in the morning, sure, look, maybe. Okay, we keep it. That's not the truth. That's not the reality of life that's going on in the background, but that's what he's putting to the cameras. And what he's saying there is, to my mind, is whatever way this goes, I'm going to be professional until the final day of my contract. Whether I stay or leave, I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to be that problem child. I'm not going to be, because I said it before, you see it at a lot of clubs when you have big players who are out of contract in the last 6 months, they end up being sat in the stands, ostracized, all of that. We found a way to keep all these players working and happy. And I think that's more what he's saying. But I think it's also clear that there is nothing done. There's nothing signed. It's kind of unprecedented though to be in this scenario with three people.
Yeah,
You know,
it really
three
is.
people. you're trying to. That's most clubs do one big guy, maybe a small, whatever. But to this extent, because we can't even talk about transfer business, you can only talk about transfer window and just go look, putting the three contract guys to one side, but you're putting to one side Mo, Salah, or Mo, VVD, and Trent, three of the best players we've had. They're just a kind of, well, there's a side deal going on. It's crazy. It is insane to be in this scenario. So I just say thank God that we have two professionals like Mo and VVD, who, even if it's going to be the last, like I said about Mo, even on the last day at work, Mo will turn up early and go home late and tidy up the car park on his way home. He's just ultra professional. I'm just thankful for that. Because like JK saying, some kids, they kick up a stink. They'd be in the press every week, their agent to be dropping tweets, but no. Keep the ship steady. Win a league. If you are leaving, you're going to go home with a league title. And you'll have been a huge part of it. More than anybody else. So just thankful for that. Yeah, again, Jamie Redknapp looked like he'd been stung in the eye.
Yeah.
He looked like he couldn't open his right eye properly.
Yeah. Changing nappies, baby nappies, probably.
Is he
But
still having
Redknapp
kids?
never disses the club or has a little swipe at him or anything. He's
No, he
like,
loves
only
the
this
club.
guy I like.
He
He's
loves
a
the
G
club.
man.
He's a Sky Sports boy. He
Yeah.
knows what side his bread is buttered on, man. He's a media guy. He advertises more things than anybody out there.
Yeah. It's been
Yeah, he's a media guy, but bro, he's got respect. Like when you listen to Stephen Warnock, Steve McManaman, these type of jokers, Rio Ferdinand. Jamie Redknapp's the guy, bro.
people.
Yeah,
Even
super
Carragher
Look,
has to go.
I don't think it's that deep. I personally, JK, I don't think it's that deep. They just got an opinion, and if Liverpool, that's their opinion. Whether we agree or disagree, that's it. I think certain things they say is true, certain things it's not. That's all it is.
Yeah, but don't you reckon it's a bit of a coincidence that all the ex-Liverpool players who have got something to say in a negative way about Liverpool seem to get more mic time?
Yeah, they're in the best
Simple
job.
as.
Yeah,
There
they
you
get the
go.
most
Welcome
exposure.
in.
Like
Welcome
Warnock.
in.
Like Warnock, the
Warnock is the
douchebag.
biggest disgrace as an ex-Liverpool player. He should handle, like, bro, if he played for flipping Colchester or someone like that, that guy won't be on Sky Sports right now. He played for Liverpool, the biggest club in England. Hence why he's on Sky Sports all the time talking shit. Sorry, but the guy is, without Liverpool, he wouldn't be even in that position. And he talks so bad against Liverpool. I'm like, bro, what did Liverpool do to you? They gave you a chance to be a professional footballer. You didn't take it. That's your
I
problem.
think his beef is more with Rafa. That's his thing. Internal beef.
Well, he needs to separate that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true, but that's his story to tell, isn't it? That's the thing, isn't it? Regardless
Like
of what
coming
we
from
think of it.
Liverpool, he should be a Liverpool fan, bro.
No, he likes the club, but he just again his thing with Rafa, I think it just hurts him to this day. Hence, he talks about it a lot. If they mention his career, it really you can say it really stings him. But it's just that's his thing to tell, isn't it? And yeah, with
Yeah, but it's
Liverpool's a
too
bit.
much
I
of a
don't.
coincidence for me. Too
Mm,
much of like he's proper anti-Liverpool in his comments, in his aura. He's on Sky Sports every bloody day, bro. No, I'm not taking that no more. Liverpool fans, and that's what annoys me when I see Liverpool fans sort of arguing between each other. It's like we've got the whole world against us. We've got ex-players against us. What the hell are you guys doing, So, yeah. People like Warnock, McManaman, all of them, bro. I've got no respect for them. Opinions. Everyone's got an opinion, but who's got the right opinion?
Don't mind McManaman myself. He never seems to be too harsh on us. Some people just don't like his style or whatever of presenting. Something say, but I don't mind him.
Nah,
Warnock, I don't like.
he's on
He used to be on
TNT, bro.
Sky an awful lot more. And
TNT
he's
are
immediately like the opposite position when there was on ref watch. If it was a decision of ours, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, that was the right decision." When it wasn't and shit like that, you know what I mean?
nah,
Carragher
bro.
can go.
Ever since BT and
always
TNT came onto the scene, That was pure. That was even worse than Sky Sports, bro. That Everton Derby game the other week, there was 3 guys on the mic, bro. All 3 of them were anti-Liverpool. Ferdinand wouldn't stop, bro. He was commentating more than the main commentator, Fletcher or whatever his name is. But there was
Well,
no.
Ferguson used to win years ago that like all the pundits on telly like were Liverpool supporters and that, and there was a grain of truth in that because before like United started doing well. Do you know what I mean? And then the bit started, there was more of there. Like, but Mourinho used to moan about that as well. He'd say Liverpool bias in the media. It's the first thing any manager says when they want to try and, make a little maneuver on another team, like on another manager, isn't it? Like, oh yeah, your team gets all the decisions, gets all the favourable coverage.
No, but we're saying that, bro. We won the most penalties this season. Double the amount of other teams, Is that because we attack more, or because we've got people like Diaz? You know what I mean, though, bro.
Yes,
But we seem to be getting penalties.
Yeah, the way we play as well, breaking quickly and that.
Yeah.
Penalties are always going to happen against us. That's what we get.
And it's VAR. VAR is, I mean, as much as we don't like VAR, a lot of penalties. That's why we get called Liverpool, and so sometimes things get checked that we wouldn't have gotten before. Because you remember a couple of seasons ago, it was something like there was this insane stat where we'd gotten like 2 penalties at Anfield in 2 seasons or something.
Mm-hmm.
That was only about 2 years ago. That was, and it was like I was double checking. I was like, no, it's like 1 penalty at Anfield last season. It was okay. Like even the Ipswiches and the Southamptons would get a couple, at home. But it was just like okay. And then I know we had VAR then, but we have definitely started getting more. But then I like the Jota one. I don't want to get a penalty for that. Jesus Christ. There's an interesting one. There's an interesting comment. Sorry, that just caught my eye there. But yeah, I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see it. But I don't want us getting penalties for diving. That's all I would say.
Yeah,
I don't want divers at our club. I don't want divers. We've never had divers. In the way that most clubs. We've had 1 or 2, and we all know who they are. But when
exactly,
they're like, yeah, look, that's not really going to fly here.
Yeah,
I get you do it, but in front of the cop, don't be diving. We don't. And Stevie could go down pretty easy when he wanted to. But I don't ever see us as a club who's
this is it.
Right word be defended the play acting and stuff, and I don't like it. I don't ever want to see it because I don't want to win a game because somebody dived for a pen.
Facts.
Never want to see it. And I don't want to see cheap viewers on stream view as well. Yeah, diving helps no one. Jota, for me, could have stayed on his feet in that game. He didn't really need to fall down. Against Wolves, was it? Yeah?
Yeah.
Remember? Like, for me and you were saying, Brian, that it was easier for him to score.
I wouldn't accept it until they actually showed it, and I've seen the awful naked truth before my eyes. I thought he had caught, and I was like, "What? How dare you? How dare you?" I've seen it, and I was like, "Jesus."
Just look at Robbie Fowler. Yeah. Do you remember Robbie Fowler against Arsenal? Wasn't it? The ref, Robbie went through, and he must have, I think, thought about diving, and then ended up diving.
And he said no pen, which I respect that. I rate that.
No pen.
I rate that.
But the ref was like, no, it's a fucking pen, dude. So
I rate Robbie for that.
But you remember, he made him take the pen. Robbie was going up going, no, there was no contact. And the ref was going, no, I've given a pen. It's a penalty.
He was shaking his hands in the air, like doing jab hands, wasn't he? With his hands, he was like, no, ref, no, shaking his hands as he could,
and then he took
a disapproving face.
But then he took the pen and missed it, and everyone said he missed it on purpose. And Robbie said he didn't.
He wanted to score. He just said he wasn't a penalty.
I didn't miss it on purpose. I didn't want it to be a pen, but I'm a pro. He gave the pen. I'm going to try and score the goal, and he ended up missing it. But yeah, like he got a I think he was given a special fair play award from FIFA
That's
for
right.
that,
Yeah,
or UEFA.
he
He got a
was. He was
special
given an
trophy.
award
Yeah,
for fair
he
play.
was
Yeah,
given an
which was
award for that,
wasn't it?
Sportsman of the
Yeah,
Year, kind of,
yeah.
for trying to say no pen, no pen. That's what I want to see. Not diving, not diving. I want to see that. Not to claim the moral high ground, just because there's very little morality left in football. So if we can
Mm.
cling on to bits like that, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, it was a better time, like, wasn't it? I think since Pep's come here, like, it's got worse. The remonstrating with the referees, like the way, like,
Oh, the
United players
tactical
were
fouls
famous.
on the halfway
Remember the
line
way
and
United
little
players used
kicks.
to surround the ref when Fergie was the manager, and everyone see it. It was just the way it was. It happened every game, didn't it? They surround the ref, like, get right round them.
Yeah,
But like City, since Pep's been here, Rodri's a bastard for it. He's one of the worst for it. Like, just like ludicrous things he claims for, and you're like, please, mate, no. Bernardo Silva's another one. Arsenal under Arteta. But it's everyone really, I suppose, isn't it? Like, it's something that's come into the game and it won't go away. It's going to be part of the game now. I'd like to see more players carded for really bad ones. I'm glad it didn't happen to Jota, but I'd like to see players carded for really pathetic ones. Like, it might
yeah.
set a bit of
It's
precedent then.
and now the newer thing is when you see a team like Arsenal time wasting with a half an hour gone, running down the clock before half time, this kind of
Mm.
nonsense. It's the
That's
mental
all tricks of the game,
stress.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's come into it, man. It's ruined it. Like these little tactical fouls.
Do you remember? Sorry for butting in. Do you remember years ago? I can't remember which World Cup it was, but somebody kicked the ball at Rivaldo in frustration and it hit him like a bit, but not hard. And he went down, rolled around and that, and the ref booked him for like his overacting. Someone kicked the ball at Rivaldo, it was Rivaldo. And like he went down and rolled around and that, like, and he got a yellow card for it.
Yeah, he forgot he was at a World Cup and there was 700 cameras there.
Yeah, there were cameras everywhere, yeah, because he looked a knob
He
when
was
he played it as well. He looked a right fool when he played it over and over again.
he was going to take a corner. He was up in the corner flag, and your man kicked it towards him, and basically hit him in the knee. And he grabbed his face and went down and started rolling around. And then they were just instantly showing it on the big screens what he'd done. It wasn't VAR, but it was like VAR by public trial. It
Yeah,
was,
that's
yeah,
what we
dude. You
need.
know,
We
there's
should
a
have
lot
that,
of
shouldn't we? We
cameras.
should have, things shown up on a big screen if possible, like, to fans, like, to show the really heinous things the players get up to, like.
Just kicking off, are they? JK halftime.
Yeah. I think the second half's about to start and stuff. Just talking about the game tomorrow, I just want to quickly run through like certain positions in the team. Like now,
Yeah.
Trent with Connor Bradley sort of injured. That means Trent starting right back. Left back, Robertson or Simicas? Lee?
Robbo.
Brian?
Uh,
Say
want
again?
or think?
What you want? Yeah.
Oh, what I want. Oh, Robbo.
Okay, Nolante?
Tsimikas.
Oh. You know what, bro? I think I'm going to go Robertson because I reckon the last two games, I watched Robertson closely last two games, and I'll tell you the truth, I reckon he played well. So I'm gonna go Robertson. For me, the midfield has been the main problem in the last month or so. Well, the last round of fixtures anyway. Like we've got a midfield there that looks sort of battered a little bit fatigued. You got the three guys, like the normal three guys that Slot will probably pick: McAllister, Gravenberch, and Szoboszlai. Out the three, who are you going to change, if any, Nolante? You don't want to change. Don't want anyone to keep it like that, Brian.
Yeah, I understand all the calls, but to me, it would have made sense to, if you're going to bring in an Endo, Are you going to bring in Elliott? You would have done it in an Everton game or a Wolves game in order to potentially give them a rest for the big games. And this is the big game.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see why he would do it now.
Yeah.
It would be why is Endo starting against Wolves? Because he wants to grab a bit of time out because we got City and Villa. Oh, okay. It's the City game is not the game where this guy does not take chances with that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, there's no if they're all
Maneuver.
fit. Yeah, if they're all fit and happy to start, there's 3 days. Slot made a point of saying that the other day. They got to play every 3 games. That's what they expect of players now, to play every 3 days. You have to be able to do it every 3 days. He said that was the difference between me as a player. I could have a good game against a big team every now and again, but I couldn't do it every 3 days. That's the elite players can do it every 3 games, and that's what we need them to do. So I think this is the big game. So he's going to do Grav, Dom, and Mac, and I'm happy with it because I still think it's our best midfield 3.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
again, Endo's your man off the bench, your firefighter, or your your guy to put the lock on it, and come on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like for me, I wouldn't be surprised if Jones gets to start at replacing one of the 3. Could be Sabazai, but I think the way I want to play against City, I would keep Sabazai because of his pace. He's faster than McAllister, for example, on that. But McAllister for me gives us that grit in the middle of the park. It's just Gravenberch is the real worry. I just feel he looks a little bit tired. So that's the only sort of worry I've got going into this game. Other than that, we've got enough attackers to score goals, and we've got a defense that shouldn't concede goals as well. It's just, for me, the midfield. And for me, the most important part of the field is that one right in front of the defense, the Gravenberch role. Hence why Rodri is so important to a Man City team. You take that guy out, and they could have crumbled. They've crumbled. Let's just leave it as that. For me, Rodri is probably one of the players. If I could choose any player in the world, I would have chosen Rodri before he got injured to have at Liverpool. He would have made us win a lot of Champions Leagues and stuff. So for me, that position tomorrow in the game is very important. Gravenberch needs to step it up, even though I've been one of his biggest fans this season. But I just feel the last 2-3 games, he hasn't been at what he's like his normal top sort of performance, So for tomorrow, I just need Gravenberch to pace himself and get the job done.
I have a question about Gravenberch.
Mm-hmm.
And ask if I can ask it when you're finished the thing. Remind me.
Yeah, go on, bro.
No, let you finish up the bit.
The midfield.
Yeah, finish up the bit and I'll ask it.
Mm-hmm. I think Nante's gone to watch a game. He's watching the Arsenal West Ham game.
To the Arsenal game. He's probably glued to the Arsenal game.
He's glued to it. He's like, I need to get my eyes on this one. Yeah,
go on then, Brian. What do you want to say? Any score updates? No.
Yeah, I think there's a goal in the Southampton Brighton game. I'll tell you who it is. One moment. I think it's going to be. One moment.
What were you trying to ask? Sorry.
The midfield tomorrow. You've got the normal front midfield 3. Out of the 3, bro, are you willing to sort of gamble on a guy coming in for one of them guys?
Oh yeah, definitely.
And who are you going with?
Endo. It's got to come in.
Who would you take out to bring Endo in?
Dom.
Yeah, I would too. I'd move Grav forward 1 and Mac into the 10.
Yeah.
Give that a whirl.
I mean, I'm tempted with Jones as well because I thought he had a decent game, even though he's out on the left. I thought he played quite all right, to be fair.
Okay, so you're willing to do that, then, yeah?
Yeah. We have to make changes, in my opinion.
More of a barrier in front of Ibu and VVD. I'd like us to have for this game, see how it works out. But it won't happen, though. Don't think he's
No,
stubborn.
I don't
I
think it will
agree.
happen. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not going to
Beating
happen.
Brian.
Slop's too stubborn.
Brian,
We've
what
got
did
to
you want to
find,
add?
we've got to find the they've got to find the energy for the performance from somewhere. If they are a bit tired, they've got to overcome it and just do it. I mean, City have played just as many games. We can't say that I haven't. They've been playing just as many games, mate. So they should be tired
They
too.
played 2 more than us
Well, there you go.
recently, but they were out of the cup as well. So
Yeah, they had the 2 mistake games. So yeah, we can't have that excuse really that they're tired, can we?
no, I don't do excuses like tiredness, refs, blah blah blah. It's on the pitch, dude. All the rest is just noise.
I would like us to get in
Brian,
there
you wanted to add
and see
something?
if we could defend
You wanted
it.
to add something, Brian, before Nalante answered.
Oh yeah, I was just saying before you were to move on. Like to me, I'm not like Mr. Tactics or anything. I watch some of the breakdowns but I'm not obsessed about it because it's a lot of it's quite complicated now. It's quite difficult to follow, and I wonder. To be honest, on myself, I wonder how some of the players take on board all this information about where to be and what to do and where to go and all build up phases, pressing traps, yada yada yada. The amount of stuff they must have to think about. But we obviously have a game plan, and that game plan, put quite simply, is give it to Virgil. Virgil passes it to Grav. And Grav progresses it forward, brings it forward, passes it forward, does his thing. That's our main sort of, not our only, we can play out quick or whatever, but when we want to build up, that's how we start our play. And that's quite recognizable, right? It's not difficult even for someone like me to spot that that's what we do. So the Gravenberch thing, is that about him tiredness? Probably a bit, maybe, but is it also maybe about the fact that other teams have figured out what we do? Even though it was kind of obvious in the first place, but are being more kind of, no, this is what they're going to do. We're going to stop Gravenberch. We're going to stop him getting the ball because a lot of what they do comes through him. Is that, I think maybe that is part of what's going on as well. Is not saying it's not Grav's fault. I'm saying I think maybe we've also been figured out a little bit in the way we build up, and teams are targeting that. Maybe that's the way I look at it. Also, just in terms of his form being off, I think that we have to try and find a way to work around that, because if we only have that way of doing it, and especially someone like Pep Guardiola, because like Pep Guardiola is the king of playing with a team that uses a midfielder to build up from the back. He will absolutely have a plan for what to do with Ryan Gravenberch. So is that something we need to change? Maybe adapt that tactic, because if it's easily stopped like the way Everton did it. Anyone else notice that or think that? I don't know. It's just something I've been thinking about.
Um, maybe, but I think with Grav, I don't think he's just been just average. He ain't been 100%. So, and yeah, maybe it's a little bit of that. I know there's 1 or 2 times. I know Everton put 2 man to Mark Grav Cravey and 1 or 2 games, but I think his performance levels has dipped as well. So it's been a combination of the both. But again, Slot wants us to play the old school, well, the Dutch way of control, and that's a Dutch philosophy to control the ball. Just wait and wait until the right time is to strike. And I think we have to just change it up a bit, just be a little bit more forward thinking. I think with Slot, because there's been times where we've won the ball back, the space is there to that midfield player or not Sobri, whoever forward, and we just pass it back from the fullbacks, and it's kind of frustrating at times. So it's a combination of everything, really, in my opinion, Brian. And we have to just be a bit more, just tweak our gameplay a little bit, and yeah, I'm sure we can get back to our form wise where we were. Anyway, so It really depends. It's tomorrow's just going to be
Do
interesting.
you think that might be happening though, or am I just wrong? Do you think that might actually be happening? The thing about where people are going, well, this is what they do. Like if everything Arsenal did goes through Declan Rice as a lone pivot, alone,
Uh,
well, stop him. Is it maybe just Slot is one of those guys going, well, we can use this for a while, but don't worry, we can adapt. If because he'll have seen this before. I do this, people cop onto what we're doing, then I change it.
Again, it varies the game to game. In I think Everton they've done a two-man marking job on Gravy, so you can in Wolves. I didn't really see that as much, and Villa, in and out. So it just depends really game by game. But again, if the player's on form, whether they do that or not, then they wouldn't be able to stop. It's like you're saying about Cody, and he's going to do nine, 8 times out of 10. Sometimes he goes on the outside, but fairly, but but you just can't stop it. So it's just about him, a bit of that, and just picking up form and just anticipating. Because Slot has tweaked it at times. Bournemouth, it was a tough. He put him more to the right hand side because he had to cover Trent. Surprise, and he worked. So it really depends. It's a game by game basis, really. Like I said, it's like a game. Football sometimes is like a game of chess. You can ours counteract the king with your king and bishop. So there you go.
Mate, we've got to get them blue and white ribbons off the Premier League, haven't we? Been on it too long for them to have won the last 4. Barely digestible, is it? Can't be seeing it like, well, we won't see it this year, like, but I mean.
Yeah, well, I think we can safely say City's race is done. I mean, in that aspect, yeah.
But next year, like, what are we going to be like next year when Rodri is back? Like, are we going to be able to make good enough adjustments in the transfer window to keep up with it?
Yeah, no, I agree, Lee. But like I said, I think Slot on was it Football Focus and other outlets, they've asked him, and he's blatantly said, "Look, Hughes and Edwards are doing those scenes we're going to spend in the summer. How much we're going to spend, no one knows. No one can tell me it's going to be 50 mil or 200 mil. No one will be able to tell me that. We just don't know. But there will be money because whether the 3 of them stay, whether they go, if it's one, there will be spending. It's just a question of how much. So
we brought money in last summer. We brought money in for Carvalho, for Vandenberg.
Yeah.
We'll be bringing money in this summer if Darwin leaves to Saudi Arabia or to AC Milan. And there'll probably be players who'll be worth a fee still, like who'll leave. So we'll be bringing money in, won't we? We just hope that we'll also add a bit to that, like there isn't what we brought in.
Oh, we will, Lee. We will 100%. We will, because if all 3 of them go, you're gonna have to get them replaced. So we will, and even if they do all stay, we're still gonna buy it. Slot has said it, so we will spend. It's just a question of how much and who he wants and who he can get. But I mean, FSG on thin ice, but luckily we've done well. We've succeeded so far. But again, it's the boring cliche of saying there's no excuses this summer, but they will spend. It's just how much, and depending on whether they want this club to be there always, or just do you rely on coach man management power, which can only get you so far in this day and age. So
it was interesting in about City's court case and that, and they were arguing about sponsors and that, and you heard like some of what they were actually saying and that. But I really am sick to the back teeth of Man City now, and just hope and pray that they do get some sort of deserved punishment and they don't just get off lightly. Because it won't be the final nail in the coffin for football for me, but it'll be a nail in the coffin, like if they get away with it scot-free.
Yeah, no, it's true. And I mean, let me ask both of you, and I think and JK when he's back. I'll start with you, Bri. First of all, what let's go the other way
There
with
you
City. What do you think their predicted starting 11 will be? So we'll start with you, Brian, then we'll go around JK, and then yourself, Lee, last.
City starting 11. Oh,
Yeah,
is Ederson back in that team? Because I know he was in and out.
yeah,
Has
he's in the team.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
got split. Okay, so Ederson, Gvardiol, Diaz, Kanji, Kushmanov.
okay.
Then
I think Akanji's injured.
Gonzalez. Sorry, say that again.
I
Who's
think
injured?
Kanji and Stones are injured.
No, Aki. Aki's out.
Oh, I thought it was Akanji, no?
No, Aki is out.
Yeah, okay.
Kanji might also be out, but Ake is definitely out. Stones is out.
Yeah, Akanji's out as well, bro. That's what I
Oh,
heard.
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
Cristiano.
right. So Rico Lewis at right back, Diaz, Kushanov, Guardiola in the back, Gonzalez, Gundogan, Foden, Marmoush, Haaland, Savinho.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. What about you, JK?
Yeah, same as that. Same as that. They got a few injuries. De Bruyne didn't play a minute of that second leg in Madrid, so I got a funny feeling he might start though.
No, he came out and gave a comment. That's why I didn't pick him, Jay. He came out and gave an interview just saying, look, I can't tell him he's going to start because we need players who are fit. I can play 90 minutes. Especially like in a game against Liverpool. He almost guaranteed he's done now. He's not starting games anymore.
Yeah.
They said he can't play 90 minutes. And Inda kind of come on as a sub rather than.
Okay. Lee,
But
what
even
about
him with a
yourself?
half an hour. We said it yesterday. Even De Bruyne just said it on their even De Bruyne just bring them on for half an hour. 2 top quality deliveries out of nowhere, and he goes and changes the fucking game.
Yeah.
He's done it before. He can do it again. He only needs half an hour. He doesn't need 90 minutes to change a game. He can come on and do it.
That's true. Lee, what about yourself?
Yeah, I think they have Ederson, Gvardiol, Diaz, Cristiano, Lewis. Could be Kanji if he's fit at the back in one of them positions, but if not, what I said, and it'll be Gonzalez, Gundogan. Is Bernardo Silva fit? Is he?
Yeah, he's fit.
He might play that right in front of Gonzalez and Gundogan, and then
Could be him or Foden. That's the only one I wasn't sure. Him, Silva or Foden, but he made comments about Silva as well.
About his fitness.
Well, he basically said, like I said yesterday, I'd like us not to say it out loud, but to do the same thing internally. He was saying we're going to sit down with a lot of players, agents, and doctors and people, and basically saying people who can't stay fit will be sold. Injury-prone players, we can't be dealing with injury-prone players. And so people were putting 2 and 2 together, and there's a few on that list. So it's all going to rack and ruin for them at the moment, but they're at rock bottom.
Vino, Marmoush, and Haaland up front.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we all know what Pep's like with his funny little tweaks and plans and things. So we could see a classic Pep Guardiola where we're all looking at going, hang on, who's playing where, kind of thing.
And he's got a few other players available, hasn't he? Nunes is still available, isn't he? As a midfield option, but I doubt it probably will be Gundogan and Gonzalez. And then either Silva or Foden, innit? But it's still a good team. Yeah, it's a good team from back to front. Really, Ederson hasn't looked too good lately, has he? When you see him, he let in some back goals.
I don't know what's happened to him.
Yeah, I know he used to be a lot better. He's having a bit of a rough time, Ederson. Like, so let's hope that continues on Sunday.
Yeah. He's definitely not better. I mean, even in his peak when he was playing well, he's definitely better than Alisson. And an ex-Man United man, I remember watching him on the overlap. Schmeichel put Edison over Alisson. I mean, I don't know what he's smoking over there in Denmark, but yeah. But
Well, he played
look,
for City
Alisson's
too.
been better than Edison. Even Brazil. Every time they played, Alisson's always the number one. So just goes
Yeah.
to show.
He lost his place.
Smoke
He
that.
lost his
Yeah,
place for about
back
5
home.
minutes.
Yeah, that
Even
was
when
it.
they were winning league titles, he lost
Yeah,
his
yeah, yeah.
place for about 6 months. And Ali got it back, or because I remember, like, it was the one thing that people were talking about, and he did take over the number one, but very, very quickly, Allison got it back, and Ederson has never been preferred over Ali, 90% of the time. Even when we were finishing second and third and stuff, and they were winning the league, Ali was getting picked for Brazil because he's just a
Yeah, we
much
knew
better
how
goalkeeper.
good Ali was. We knew it was a load of bollocks that Edison was better than him, like coming from wherever it came from in our own media, ex-players. We knew that was all horse shit. But and he's proved it, like, hasn't he, Ali? I think. Okay, he's had his problems with injuries, like, but he's still been the better goalie by far, like the two of them. Just that Edison's won more.
Yeah, and if you control games like they control games and at their peak, and you're allowing an opposition 25% of the ball, 2 or 3 shots, your goalkeeper's going to look good most of the time. You know, now you see what happens is when they're not that good and they're conceding more and more chances, he's letting goals in. Yeah, he's great with the ball at his feet, and he is a good goalkeeper. But it helps being a goalkeeper when you play for Man City and you play Southampton and you might have one shot against you if you're lucky.
Yeah.
I
Some
enjoyed
games you might
watching
have two.
Haaland.
Yeah,
Sorry,
see what happens when he plays against PSV and blah blah blah, and he faces 14 shots and 12 shots and 9 shots. Then you see how good he is.
I enjoyed watching Mbappe's hat-trick. McManaman on the commentary described it as a Harry hat-trick, rhyme and slang for hat-trick. Harry hat-trick was an old Everton manager from years ago, but I like that one. I've never heard that before. Well done, Macher. Harry hat-trick for Mbappe. I think the other fella knew what he meant, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. It rhymes with hat-trick.
Well, Patrick
Good
definitely
one,
does
though.
rhyme, Patrick. Yeah.
He was in no man's land for Mbappe's first, though, wasn't he? Like the way he come running out, like the other two, like he had no chance, did he?
Not out far enough. If you're going to come out, come out. Like with Emi Martinez the other night.
Yeah.
If you're
Big
going to come
control.
out, come out. Don't come out halfway.
Yeah.
Just commit to it, because otherwise you're asking yourself to be lobbed, and Mbappe
Yeah.
will lob you.
Exactly. And if he doesn't go your way, then fair enough. You know, sometimes the last
Yeah.
line of defense, it happens, you know? I agree, bro.
I was dismayed that they got a
You
goal
don't
back.
have to, and then just stand there and wave your arms around, going, "Ooh," you know. It's because if you come out too far and you don't commit, you can't touch the ball. You can't touch it with your hands. You know, so
Yes,
it's
who was it come out against us and balled at the goalie and got sent off in a dead comical way? Was it against Burnley or someone? Or, it was a really funny sending off. Who was it? Newcastle, it might have been. Was it Newcastle? Yeah, it was bloody Newcastle.
Nick Pope.
Yeah, yeah, that's who it was, Nick Pope. Yeah, that was a funny one when he misjudged it.
Yeah, I don't think Nick Pope has ever been outside the penalty box more than twice in his life.
Yeah, it's not
That
his
guy
strong
is
suit, is it?
not someone. Yeah. Do not pass him the ball is rule number one with Nick Pope.
Poor old
That's why they want
Forster a few months ago. Forster looked, before they went out and bought Kinski, he looked terrible, didn't he? Like when they were trying to like play out from the back with Forster in goal. No wonder they bought Kinski.
No, they didn't even play him this year. They used that young kid for 2 games. Or well, he's 26. Can't remember his name, but he's been at Tottenham since he's like 18 or something. He's 26 and he's only ever played twice. Something stupid like that. The guy they played in between Vicario and Kaminsky.
Yeah,
So
Forster
yeah,
got like 2 or 3 games or something like, didn't he? I think.
any updates on scores? No, any
Not really
big
good
changes?
score. Then we could wrap up the show. Still as it is, West Ham 1-0 up against Arsenal. Wolves 1-0 up against Bournemouth.
Ooh,
Palace.
Lewis Skelly sent off. Lewis Skelly sent off. It's all going Arsenal's way, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Palace
The
2-0
second
up.
time this season he's been sent off. I know the
Ipswich
other one
1,
was
Spurs 2, Brighton 3, Southampton 0. Yeah. So Arsenal got a guy sent off, yeah?
Lewis Skelly, yeah.
Who was
Okay.
The left back, the guy that was
Skelly
sent off
man.
a few weeks ago.
Oh, Ashley Cole. Oh, Ashley Cole got sent off, yeah? Let's
Sorry,
have a
what?
look.
Lewis Skelly.
Oh,
Lewis Skelly, the guy
JK's
that
being
got
sarcastic.
sent off a couple of weeks ago. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
No, Ashley,
he did.
Ashley
Yeah,
Young. I
yeah.
think Ashley Young. Yeah, no, Ashley Cole. Yeah.
Ashley Cole. Good little player, don't get me wrong, but come on, man. Let's have a look.
Did he get the previous one rescinded? It was rescinded. It was, yeah. He was sent off a couple of weeks ago. Lewis Skelly, but it was
Oliver, wasn't
rescinded.
it?
Uh-huh.
Oliver.
Yeah, it was rescinded. So he's been sent off again. Now, is that 2 yellows or a straight red, Trudeau?
I'll tell you now. In 1 second. It's 2 yellows.
2 yellows, okay.
Oh, no. He's not sent off, actually.
Trudeau.
Wait a second. What's happening here? Wait. Okay, so what is happened is the referees gave a yellow card, and then he's gone to the VAR to have a look at it again, and I think he's gave the red card after looking at the TV screen. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait a second. Just to confirm it, it is a red card. Yeah, he's looked
So
at
it is
the
a
TV.
straight red.
He's doing the yellow thing where he says no, and he's put all out
It's
a
a
straight
straight
red.
red.
It's a straight red.
You're right earlier on, JK. Wolves winning away, West Ham winning away, Palace winning away, Spurs winning away, Brighton winning away.
It's away day special, bruv. Weekend.
Yeah.
Away day
All the
weekend,
away
bro.
teams. Well, Man United drew 2-2, but other than that, every game is currently an away win.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of 1-0s that can obviously change 2-1.
Yeah.
But what are we talking about? There's time left. There's at least 15, 20 minutes left.
Yeah, there's about 20 minutes left, bro.
Yeah, okay.
But it's
Plenty
cool.
of time.
Plenty of time.
So what did he do? Did he just go?
No. What
Did he
happened,
go
bro?
straight bad foul or straight through somebody or what was it?
Like what it was, the guy was sort of 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. It could have been. It was just over the halfway line. It was Kudos, and what it was, if Kudos won that ball, it was him against the goalkeeper, really. And what it is, he just sweeped him. Yeah. I could be see. Like for me, is it a red?
So is it one of those ones he did it thinking I'll get a yellow here, so I'll just do it?
Yeah.
Or was he thinking I'll just take the red card? He's thinking I'll do it because I'm only going to get a yellow.
Yeah, that's what's happened there. Mm-hmm.
Unlucky lad. Poor judgment. 1-0. I mean, I said it all day. West Ham, man, they're a strong team. Can't put them down. No, I didn't expect this at all. I mean, there's still plenty of time for them to fuck it up, but yeah, for them to stop Arsenal scoring at home, if they do, oof.
Just gonna go through. Just want to we went through the scores and stuff. We're gonna finish up the show right now. You got anything to say before we leave, Brian? Where you gonna be tonight? What shows?
That's very familiar of you, Jacob. Where am I going to be tonight? I might have some plans. No, you find me in the club, right?
In the with the window shopping, isn't it? 50 cent earlier.
Yeah. No, just look. Hello, thank you. There's a few people in here that are normally on our other shows, so yeah. Just go and join the 12-man show if you haven't seen that. We'll all be over there later on, probably. Who knows? 4:30 now, probably 7:30 in a few hours. We'll be doing something. So yeah, enjoy the games if you're still watching. And talk to you soon.
So, Riley?
Yeah, cheers, guys. I'll see you after. Thanks, everyone in the chat.
Nice one, bro. And Nalante as well, bro.
Peace out.
Sorted. Been a good day so far. Let's see how it ends. Hopefully it's a happy weekend, you know. Everyone take care in the chat. Press the like button when you leave as well. That'll be appreciated. And bless up Fozzie as always. Take care, people. Enjoy this weekend of football.
Big up, Abdul.